Hello guys, how are you doing? This is your boy Brian coming back to this brand new video. As you know, it's always a pleasure for me to be able to make these videos for you guys, talking about the things that we care about, whether it's movies, MMA, football, or any type of entertainment out there. It's always a pleasure. I'm glad to be back after a long time, talking about the things that we care about. And on today's video, I wanted to react to the video I watched this morning from Ariel Helwani, where he was attacking Kamaru, Usman, and Henry Cejudo. Mostly he was attacking Kamaru Usman, it's a video that I believe is first of all misleading by its title, because he writes in his video that he's responding to the attack from Kamaru Usman, and I don't believe that is the case here. Follow me. First of all, for those of you who don't know the context, Ariel Helwani made a comment on his reaction to the Yan Machado Gary his last fight, and they said that out of the contenders out there, Kamaru Usman, who was being pushed by the UFC according to him, was the least deserving out of all the contenders, out of the people that should be facing Islam Makhachev next. Kamaru Usman was the least deserving. He also said that Kamaru Usman was kind of pushing it. He was acting entitled to the next title shot, while he's one is in his last 4 outing. So he lost 3 and won only 1 fight in his last few fights. And for him, Kamaru Usman is definitely not deserving of the title fight. Should fight a bit more, should have more fights in order for him to be the next contender. That's not a problem. The tone of it was a problem, because I feel like any fighter out there, the way Ariel Helwani was approaching it, treating him as if he was entitled or etc., was a problem, was the thing that pushed Kamaru Usman to react to the way he reacted. And for him to just come and make a video in response to Kamaru Usman and pretending that he's the victim in the situation, I believe that is not really honest. For me, for example, Ariel Helwani is definitely the best journalist in MMA. He's kind of hypocritical sometimes in the way he comments on the fighters, and he knows that his comments are going to push them to react in a certain ways, and when they react that way, he's trying to make them, appear as the bad guys, as making himself as the smarter one, as the person who's on a higher, pedestal. And I believe that is just something that I could not take today. First of all, for those like Ariel Helwani or even Sean Brody saying that Kamaru Usman does not deserve the next title shots because he's 1-3 in his last few fights. I respect your opinion, and I also believe that it's a very, very valid opinion. I'm not saying that you are not right. Definitely you are right, but I believe for what Kamaru Usman has done for the company, and if you really have a close look at the statistics as they are saying it, 1 in the last 3, one for 3 in his last 4 fights, I believe it's a bit dishonest. Listen to my explanation. First of all, out of the 3 losses that Kamaru Usman has had in his last few fights, one of them was in the middleweight division, on 6-day short notice against a monster of Shamaev. I can challenge you or anyone who's watching this video who might disagree with me. You give all the like top 5 or like all the like contenders that you believe deserve the title more than Kamaru Usman, a full camp, and put them against Chimaev in the middleweight division, and tell me which one is going to give you a competitive fight against Chimaev on a full camp. I'm not saying like on 6 days notice. No. Give them a full camp. I'm not even saying that who is going to win, who is going to give you a competitive fight against Chimaev. I'll tell you the answer. No one. Morales is getting mauled by Chimaev on a full camp. Prates is getting mauled by Chimaev in the middleweight. Yan Machado Gary, who's also a very good fighter, a very good striker, is getting mauled by Chimaev. And I don't believe that most of them are going to go past 2 rounds against Chimaev in the middleweight division on a full camp. I'm not saying in 6-day notice. Kamaru Usman came in on a 6-day notice and gave us a somewhat competitive fight against Chimaev. Got dominated for the first 2 rounds and gave us a good 3rd round. On a 6 days notice, without being able to prepare properly for that weight class or making his body, feel welcomed in that weight class, he came in and he did the UFC a big one by taking that fight, and he did us fans a good one by taking that fight against Chimaev. He got paid, of course. That's the argument that you are going to give. But I'm telling you, in the welterweight division, out of the top contenders, no one can really give. Even Sean Brody, who's talking so much, saying that Kamaru Usman doesn't deserve it, is getting mauled, is going to be dominated by Islam Makhachev. Let me tell you something, right? The only person who's going to get dominated by Islam Makhachev is Sean Brody. He doesn't have the talent to compete against Chimaev. Even Morales, if he goes out there against Chimaev, he's getting dominated. He's going to be dominated. Maybe a Hail Mary, because he has power, he might be able to hurt Chimaev, but I'm telling you, just technically, based on their attributes, Morales, Yan Machado Gary, none of them has really the chance to compete with Islam Makhachev. And that is why, for me, even though they are higher ranked than Usman Kamaru, I believe it would be good for them to take the time to really prepare for a style like Makhachev and let Usman go and try reconquer that welterweight championship. Because like Usman, Islam Chimaev, I believe Usman is a better matchup for them than Chimaev is. So let the person who's going to give us a more competitive fight go out there and compete, against Chimaev, while you guys are doing some more needed work in order to come and give us a good fight. Because we don't just tune on into main events or into title fight to see someone being dominated the way GDL was dominated, right? No, we want a good competitive fight. When you look at Kamaru Usman, he has an okay striking, good jabs, and he has a very good wrestling. So that alone give him an edge when it comes to competing against someone like Chimaev. Morales is going to have a striking, and we know that on the ground, Chimaev can take him anytime he wants, and dominate. Yan Machado Gary is going to lose because he's out of the three, he might be the one who's going to be more competitive. When you talk about Prates got lost against Ian Machado Gary. So why should he get the next title fight over Usman Kamaru? Just because he knocked out Leon Edwards? Let's be real. Ever since Leon Edwards won the title and defended against Colby, he wasn't the same. He didn't want it the way he wanted it before he became champion anymore, right? You could see it. So for me, like, because I made this video first and foremost to talk about the way Ariel Helwani was trying to shift things and trying to manipulate the situation. You are the one who was disrespectful to Usman Kamaru first, not because you gave your opinion, but in the way you spoke of it, in the way you gave it. You know, sometimes you are amongst friends and you get a problem with them, not because of what they are saying, but because of the way they are saying it. And that is what happened. And that is what most of the time happens with Ariel Helwani. I believe even if Dana White can be a jerk, because like rich people are jerks sometimes, the conflict between Dana White and Ariel Helwani came to friction. It like was born from Ariel Helwani being a dick over Dana White. The conflict, most conflicts you will see Ariel in are the conflicts that he creates and then try to pass himself for the victim. So just to conclude this video, what I'm saying is like, should Kamaru Usman be next for the championship? I would like to see him compete for it, but should he? Like I believe there are fighters that are higher ranked than him. I don't believe even he might not even get it, but I would like to see him compete against Islam Makhachev than see any other fighter in the top 5 compete against Chimaev, because I know that all of them are just going to be there to make it +1 for Chimaev. He's going to just dominate. He's going just to beat them. You know, they do not have the style to compete against him. Someone who has a style to compete against him is Usman Kamaru, former welterweight champion, and he has done a lot for the sports. So if he wants it, and you know that the guy is probably going to retire soon, why not give it to him? And one more thing, Chimaev is all for it. He wants that fight as well. So why not give Chimaev what he wants? You know, that's just my opinion. And yeah, I needed to make this video, you know, because like there was just some things that I didn't agree with it. And the fact that Sean Brody is going out there and saying that, you know, Rakhmonov does not deserve the next title shot. I believe the one, out of them all, like the one who is very going to give Makhachev the fight for his money is Rakhmonov. Yes, he was out for a long time. That doesn't mean he's saying that, like, you know, Sean Brady is saying that Rakhmonov needs to go back to the drawing list and start over again. Who are you to say that? So all the fights, all the work that he put in before getting injured should just be dismissed. I'd appreciate it more if you said that, like, he needs to maybe get one fight in before the title fight, just to see if he's going to be the same after that injury. But saying that he needs to get back in line and do the work again, no. If someone needs to get back in line and do the work again, it's you, Sean Brody. It's you. And we all know that, like, it's very hard. It's going to be very hard for you to hold that title in the world division, because you have just a lot of limitations. A lot of limitations. When it comes to taking someone down, you lack that, you know, plus that someone like Usman Kamaru have. You lack that, plus that, you know, being able to set up the like you are fighting someone like Morales. With the stance that he had, you could have taken him down if you wanted, but you couldn't, because you looked either scared or out of place in that octagon. And you're going to say that Shakhmanov needs to do the work again? No, come on. As a fighter, you should be more respectful to fighters, because you know the work that they put in. After all the work that Shakhmanov put in, you know, to get himself in that position he's in, just because he got injured, he should go back? That's just, you know, yeah. So for me, just like a lot of people out there, like the fighters, the journalists, that are sometimes hypocritical, you know, like just being hypocritical sometimes. It's just being hypocrites sometimes. And I had to make this video, you know, after such a long time. I needed to make this video and, you know, just brag about, like, you know, about what I couldn't believe what I was hearing from either like Sean Brady, saying that, you know, Shakhmanov needs to go back to the drawing board, you know, needs to fight again before he gets a title shot. What Ariel was saying, like, you know, he's being attacked while he's the one who was attacking first, in the manner that he was saying the things that he was saying. So yeah, yeah, we'll see. It's up to Dana White and the power that be to decide who's going to be next for Chimaev. Chimaev wants Usman Kamaru. He might change his opinion later on, but that's just my opinion, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.